If your cat puts their paw on you, they're trying to tell you this. That tiny touch is rarely random. It's a compact, intentional message, sometimes a polite request, sometimes a scent-marking ritual, sometimes a quiet well-being check, and sometimes the most vulnerable way a cat can show trust. In other words, that paw on your arm might be saying things that go far beyond "feed me." If you love learning what your cat's really saying, tap subscribe and stay with me for the whole list. 1. A polite request. Cats often tap rather than demand. Unlike a dog that may bark or jump, a cat's pawing can be a low-pressure, "Excuse me?" Animal behaviorists note that cats tend to use gentler signals because those have worked in their social lives for millennia. Picture this. You're halfway through a page of a book or reaching for your phone, and a soft tap lands on your hand. That tap may be a carefully calibrated interruption, enough to redirect your attention without causing alarm. The practical takeaway: pause and read the moment. If the tap is followed by focused staring at the food bowl, a short stretch toward your lap, or a gentle meow, it likely means, "I'd like something," attention, play, or dinner. Respond calmly rather than shooing them away. Rewarding the polite approach encourages a repeatable, non-insistent behavior. 2. A tiny ritual of ownership. Your cat's paw pads are more than soft flesh. They carry scent glands and leave chemical signals. When a cat presses its paw on you, it may be depositing a bit of its personal scent, effectively saying, "You belong to my circle." This isn't possessiveness in the human sense so much as a feline way of integrating you into their world. Imagine a cat casually rubbing a face along a blanket and then reaching out to place a paw on your knee. It's a comparable behavior, but aimed at a living, breathing companion. Researchers and behaviorists often describe marking as subtle and social rather than aggressive. For owners, the tip is simple. Accept this as an affectionate claim. You don't need to react theatrically. A soft pet or a quiet "thank you" in your voice is enough to reciprocate without breaking the mood. But that scent-marking idea is only part of the story. There are other reasons a paw touch shows up. 3. A well-being check. Cats are attuned to movement and breath. When you're still or asleep, some cats will reach out with a paw to make sure you're still there, still breathing, still safe. This behavior can feel eerie the first time you notice it. Your partner sleeping soundly, and the cat lays a single paw across a shoulder or hand as if checking the pulse. It's not that cats intend to be doctors. Rather, this is an instinctive monitoring behavior akin to how a mother cat nudges her kittens. Animal behaviorists suggest cats use their paws to detect micro-movements and breathing rhythms because paws are sensitive and precise. As a rule, this kind of touch is loving. If it's new and paired with lethargy or other unusual signs, it's wise to observe and, if concerned, consult your veterinarian. But in most cases, the paw check is a quietly caring gesture. This next reason traces back to kittenhood. 4. A memory of mother. Kittens need and press into their mother's belly to stimulate milk and seek comfort. Adult cats often carry traces of that physical language into their relationships with humans. A paw on your chest or lap may echo the kneading motion, a small, comforting ritual that calls up the security of being a kitten. Think about how warm and safe a kitten feels when nestled against its mother. Adult cats sometimes recreate that reassurance with people they trust. If your cat pairs the paw with half-closed eyes or a soft purr, they are tapping into an association of comfort and safety. The owner action here is simple. Offer that safe space. Let them knead or settle without interruption, and avoid startling movements that might break the association. Mini hook. If you thought pawing was all about requests or scent, wait. Some cats are being surprisingly strategic. 5. A request to stay. Cats are adept at reading tiny, unconscious signals, the way you shift your weight, gather a coat, or reach for keys. Putting a paw on you can be a subtle way to influence your behavior. Not a shove, but a suggestion. If you stand to leave and the cat extends a paw to your ankle or wraps a toe over your wrist, it may be asking you quietly to remain. This is especially common in cats that form intense attachments to a particular person. The touch reads like a gentle negotiation. If you move, I might lose what I have. Please don't. It's worth noting this isn't manipulation in a malicious sense. It's a communication tactic born from social sensitivity. The practical response is to acknowledge the request. If you can stay an extra minute and offer gentle attention, it reinforces the bond. If you must move, do so calmly and with a reassuring word so your cat learns transitions aren't threats. And finally, the one that changes how you see that paw altogether. 6. The ultimate sign of trust. When a cat rests a relaxed paw on you, not a quick tap but a loose, exposed touch while they're otherwise vulnerable, they are choosing to reduce their escape options. For a species that evolved as both predator and prey, keeping an easy exit has survival value. To forego that option and place a paw on you is to accept a level of risk for the comfort of closeness. That behavior may be the most emotionally significant of the 6, a deliberate, vulnerable choice that signals reliance and deep affection. In cinematic terms, picture a cat dozing with a forelimb outstretched, eyes half-lidded, paw draped over your forearm. The moment carries a soft, weighty intimacy. Behaviorists describe such relaxed contact as an indicator of security in a relationship. For you, the owner, honor that trust. Keep movements gentle. Don't yank away abruptly, and let the cat control the rhythm of contact. Sometimes the best reply is silent. A steady breath, a soft hand resting over theirs. Between these reasons, you can see a pattern. Cats communicate in quiet, economical ways, and a single paw can carry multiple messages depending on context, timing, and the cat's broader behavior. Observing patterns over time is more revealing than isolating a single touch. Does your cat paw you mostly around feeding time? Often a request. Do they paw you while you sleep? Maybe a well-being check. Is the paw relaxed and paired with slow blinking and kneading? Likely comfort and trust. How to respond in practical terms. First, read the whole interaction, not just the paw. Combine posture, vocal tone, and the sequence of actions to interpret intent. Second, don't punish or shout. Sudden negative reactions can erode trust and discourage your cat from being open with you. Third, reciprocate gently. A soft stroke on their head, a low murmur, or a still hand for them to hold can validate that communication without breaking the cat's autonomy. Fourth, respect changes. If pawing becomes obsessive or is accompanied by other unusual signs like decreased appetite, hiding, or aggressive behavior, consult a vet or a behaviorist. The paw itself isn't diagnostic, but change warrants attention. A few practical do's and don'ts you can keep in mind today. Do pause when a paw arrives and look for follow-up cues. Do offer calm affection if the situation allows. Do let relaxed contact be entirely the cat's choice. Don't force interaction. Pulling away too abruptly can startle them. Don't assume every paw means the same thing across different cats. Breed, early experiences, and personality shape how each cat uses touch. Remember, your cat's language is economical and steeped in evolutionary logic. They don't waste energy on drama, but they invest in behaviors that preserve bonds and keep them safe. The next time a paw touches you, notice where it lands, how tense the limb is, what else the cat is doing. Are they sleepy and relaxed? Hungry? Trying to keep you nearby? Over weeks, these observations form a richer picture of your cat's inner life than any single encounter could. To close, that paw is more than a cute interruption. It's a signal, a request, a mark, a check, a comfort, a plea, or the softest proof of trust. Treat it as communication, and you'll grow closer in a language that belongs to both of you. Share your stories below. When did your cat first put a paw on you? And what did it mean? Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into feline behavior. And if this helped you see your cat in a new light, share the video with another cat lover.